You're looking now coming in on the sideline. You got Moxon looking to come in.
Yeah, and you've taken more snaps than he's taken.
We got a game to win. Let's go. We got a game. We got a game to win. Let's go.
Watch me for the signals. Stay focused. And don't worry, son. I'm behind you. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, there goes the season.
That Moxon ain't worth the Charmin extra soft he wipes his butt with.
Hey, he's hurt bad, Mox. It's all my fault, man. It's all my fault.
All right. 494, Z post on 1. All right, 494, Z post on 1. Ready, break!
Here we go. Moxon at quarterback.
Yeah, they say this guy scratches himself better than he throws a ball.
Slam! Blue 80! Blue 80! Go!
John Moxon with a 40-yard pass.
Where'd this kid come from?
Hey, that's my boy! Everybody on the ball! Get on the ball! He's got to stop the clock!
Dragging!
Stop play! Stop play!
Jet!
Stop play!
Give me the Hornet Hex!
The clock's still running. The clock's still running.
Go! Hold up!
Okay, come again. I can't.
You got it!
Fuck it. I don't know what play they're calling. How's your arm?
It's fine, I'm cool.
All right.
Last chance for the Coyotes. Moxon at quarterback.
This is not the formation. That's not the formation.
Go!
Moxon hands off to Brown. Throwback pass. Complete.
He's got a
Moxon
chance.
has the football.
He's
Makes
got
a
a
move.
chance.
Headed for the end zone. Touchdown.
Touchdown. Touchdown.
Good grief. Bud Kilmer pulls off another one. Unbelievable.
What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and today I want to thank all of you guys, new viewers, returning viewers, future viewers, for stopping by and giving us a chance here at Tully Television. I am Bart, and today we're going to be getting into a retro blast. What that means here at this channel is it's a movie that's 10 years or older and has some sort of impact on pop culture, remembered very fondly, considered a cult classic. Just movies that are good and you forgot about, and we sit here and review them for you and give you our thoughts on them. And today's Retro Blast review, in honor of the upcoming football season and my kid playing organized football for the first time in high school, we're going to be going over Varsity Blues. Oh man, this movie came out January 15th, 1999, written by someone by the name of W. Peter Liff and directed by Brian Robbins. I am unfamiliar with these gentlemen after this. Stars James Vanderbeek as Mox, John Voight as Coach Kilmer, Paul Walker, I believe maybe his first role, as Lance Harbor, Ron Lester as Billy Bob, Scott Kahn as Tweeter, Amy Smart as Julie Harbor, Paul Walker's sister in the movie, Ellie Swinton as Wendell, Tony Persenke as Miss Davis, and Allie Lauder as Darcy. Basically, this movie revolves around a group of friends that play on their high school football team, and they come from a small town where football basically is everything in this town. The whole week, people look forward to the high school football game. It's taken very seriously, and the main reason for that is because of Coach Kilmer and his coaching ways. He has brought many state championships to the school, to the community, and he's been coaching there for decades to where now he's coached fathers and their sons. You know what I mean? That's how long he's been in there, and he's one of these old school coaches that will push you and push you and push you, even if you may have a concussion, even if you have an injury. He's going to send you in there and milk you for every last drop that you're worth. And James Vanderbeek's character, Mox, has become complacent by being the backup quarterback and never really getting to play, because Lance is a far superior quarterback in everyone's eyes. He's living the life that every high school dude like to lead. Captain of the football team, QB of the football team, dating the hottest girl in school, you know what I mean, who's the head cheerleader, has a great group of friends, and gets to get away with little shenanigans here and there in the town. Let's say the boys get caught drinking some beers or whatever and causing some ruckus. They're just going to be told to go home because of the connection of the football there, and them being treated like superstars. And of course, you know, teenagers, when they're made to feel more important than what they really are, they have attitude problems towards others, you know, that are getting in the way of them wanting to have a good time. But they don't really cause too much problems. It's just your typical shenanigans you would expect some jocks to get into throughout the movie. And unfortunately, Lance gets bit by the injury bug and has his knee torn out, not torn out, but blown out, you know what I mean, and is out for the rest of the season. And so basically now Mox has to pick up the reins and prove that he can be just as good, if not better, than Lance. So he has a chip on his shoulder and a lot to prove, and him and Coach Kilmer do not get along. Mox's plan out of his small town was to use education and knowledge to get out and not necessarily rely on the football. He thinks football is taken way too seriously in his family and in the town, and it places unexpected and unwanted pressure onto the children of these men. As much as I remember fondly playing baseball in high school, and remember fondly the connections I had made that still kind of last throughout even this far in my life, I don't think that it was the best time of my life. I just think that it was one of the many best times of my life, and that I have other things to be grateful for and to have been able to be a part of, making a family, raising my siblings, doing this YouTube channel, making connections at jobs with coworkers that we've become and remained friends for decades afterwards. Those two are just as important as my time during that high school years playing baseball with my friends and stuff, and just, you know, that lifestyle. And, you know, I'm playing Little League and stuff. I get why some people think that those were the glory days, but those only remain the glory days if you don't get your mind out of realizing that other things around you are just as important, if not more important, than a game of bouncy ball or, or football. I know how to talk. You don't know how to talk. But, so that's how a lot of these people in this town feel, and Mox isn't feeling that. And he also winds up, he's basically dating Julia, Amy Smart character. She too just wants Mox to do what is right for him. And if that's football, that's football. If that's by the books, then let it be that too, you know what I mean? She just wants him to be happy, and, they go through some up and downs themselves. At one point, after Lance had gotten hurt, Lance's girlfriend, who's played by Ali Lauder, Darcy, had invited Mox over and tried to lure him in by wearing whipped cream on her breasticles and her shenane down there, because she feels like that's what's expected of her, the head cheerleader with the quarterback of the football team. And he was like, no, stop. And first of all, says, I can't do that to Lance. He's like my brother. And secondly, we shouldn't be together just because that's what's expected of us. So even if Lance wasn't an issue, I don't want you dating me just because I'm the quarterback when you haven't really paid attention to me all the other 3 years of high school and however many years for the last 10, 11 years of school, right? Like, no. Basically not becoming a sellout. The only thing that he took really advantage of after becoming the starting quarterback was he went to the convenience store to pick up something, and they gave him a 6-pack, and he was like, all right, I get this, I'll take, right? So, and then like him and the friends really have a good time here and there. Mrs. Davis is their sex education teacher in high school. And one night the fellas go out and learn that Mrs. Davis is a stripper. And they agree not to say anything to anybody else because they were allowed into a bar under 21. And she's a teacher and working in a school district during the day. So it's kind of a wash, so to speak. Tweeter is one of my favorite characters of the movie. He's just your typical frat boy, crazy man. Doesn't mean nothing by it. Billy Bob is such a sweetheart. Billy Bob, at some point in the movie, suffers with a concussion, and the coach keeps pushing him until he finally gets so sick and passes out. We see the coach trying to have the trainer do injections into Lance's leg to make it better, quicker, and stuff like that. And all this really starts to affect Mox because of his connection with his friends. He doesn't want to see his friends going through this and possibly dying or getting hurt even more because of the hands of Coach Kilmer here. Until finally the end, Mox rallies the troops, rallies the team, and he basically kicks Coach Kilmer out of the locker room in the way and says, you're done here. You're done, right? You're done. If you don't leave after this season, we're telling everything to everybody. And that's how they finally get rid of Coach Kilmer. Lance becomes the coach the following year. And the second half of that last game they were playing, where Mox rallies the troops, was to win the state championship. and they win off this play that him and the boys were trying to do. 23 Skidoo or something like that. Some silly name like that. And they wind up winning the championship. And Mox got to, go to school for, just off of the academics on his side and everything. And like I said, Lance got to coach the team after that, probably until he was ready to put it down. And I just really think that this was a fun movie for people who love football. It's a fun movie to watch, especially if you've played like any type of organized sports on a regular basis, even if it's just a pickup game at the YMCA. The camaraderie of playing together, I always found a great part of sports, that no matter what the diverse backgrounds are, there's one goal in mind, and that's to come together and win. And we're going to win together, we're going to lose together. And I just think that this movie really shows that if you have grit and if you have a determination to win, that you really put yourself in a better position than if you don't. And it's really about playing the game the right way. And I hope that my son can learn these lessons just as much as I had, and just as much as other men and women have throughout the years in this country and in the world, of playing sports together with a unifying goal laid out before you. It's not easy and it will be difficult, but it teaches youngsters that how to better be equipped for life that lays ahead, that will have similar obstacles in your way to slow you down from your true goal. And as much as you don't think that you would get that out of this movie, you will get that out of this movie. And plus, it's a great cast. A lot of these stars went on to become other things, into other roles and properties. And unfortunately, Paul Walker got into the Fast and Furious movies, but had passed on at this point a few years back, and we had lost him as a talent. But you could even tell in this movie he had the charisma and a shining light that was ahead of him. Vanderbeek's still around, Ali Lauder's still around, Amy Smart's still around. Billy Bob has lost a lot of weight, and he doesn't look the same at all. So good for him, too. John Voight, a legendary actor as well, so you can't go wrong with the cast. The soundtrack was great. I'd give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. Like I said, especially if you love football movies. It's not the best football movie. Maybe we'll cover that one day. In my opinion, it's Rudy. But this is a really great substitute if you're getting tired of watching Rudy or can't access Rudy at the time. That's my thoughts. But until next time, peace, Snookums.